Well, folks, welcome back to another episode of Behind the Scenes. So we're calling this one The Wait. The reason we call it The Wait is because a lot of times in this line of work, we are waiting for stuff to come in. Quite frequently have to wait for things to come in quite frequently. So you're sometimes we're waiting at home, sometimes we're waiting on the road. Today we're out on the road. We're staging. We're staging in a Wawa parking lot, and we're just kind of waiting it out, and to see what happens. And as things come in, we're gonna jump on them. So first thing we came across, we already did jump on one thing. We jumped on an accident with entrapment. I-78 in Lower Saucon Township. It's actually before we were getting ready to start filming this episode that came in, so I kind of jumped on it right away. Didn't really get the chance to bring you all along with it, but here it is though. I'm going to show you some aerials. Tractor trailer, here's video from the drone. Tractor trailer crashed into a batch of trees head on. Driver was heavily entrapped in the cab. Took about 20 minutes extrication. He was not injured. As you can see right here, he walked to the ambulance. But he was transported to the hospital. He said he wasn't hurt, but he was in there pretty good. So, it's going that he got a ride to the hospital, get checked out and stuff like that. And 78 was closed down for about 30 minutes, 35, 40 minutes, and then they got knocked down to one lane for a little bit longer after that. So that's where we lie on that one there. But yeah, then so now we're back to that's where we lie on that there, and But that's that. That's the video. That's the footage from the crash with rescue in Lower Saucon Township. All right, so we're back from that crash. We're getting everything edited up. We're getting it out to send to our media partners, and we're going to do our postings on our page here real quick. So give me a minute. I'm just finishing up editing this crash. As you can see, we didn't have to wait too long. So we didn't have to wait that long for this crash. I do an episode called The Wait, and the wait didn't seem like it was all that bad. But it can be, though. It really can be. It can be a long wait sometimes between getting things. And it's sometimes can be, it's not stressful. It's just like, you want to get out there and you want to just make it happen, and sometimes it just takes a little bit longer than you like. So just give me a minute here. Let's working on some stuff real quick here. I gotta fix. All right, so we got that done. We're going into our transfer here, and then we're going to transfer it up to the media partners here because they're purchasing this. They're going to run it in the news, so we have to get it to them ASAP.
Alberta Road, Road 06, Cross Street to Village Lane, and Route 100, intermediate abdominal pain. Station 56,
and then once we get this sent over to them this way, then we can work on editing our photos and get our photos up on our Facebook page. Getting things out to our media partners is always our priority. So when we have a tight deadline like today, like they want it for the noon show, which is in 30 minutes, we're going to bounce this quicker than usual.
70 minutes.
So, as long as it moves quick enough for us, that's the only problem. Sometimes it doesn't want to move fast. It's like, you want to upload slow. So, hopefully we're close enough to a nice tower spot where we can get a quick upload on this thing. But anyway, so yeah, so that's that. So, we're going to get this work done. We're going to get this uploaded, everything up posted, everything like that, and then we'll get back to this. Get back in a bit.
NVP, Airport Road.
All right, welcome back. Hang on a second.
Lehigh County Communications out 1146.
Alright. Edited up that crash. Got out to our media partners. We're good to go. Going to another crash. It just came in for an accident with entrapment. Another accident with entrapment. This one's a little bit further away, so it's going to take us a little bit to get there, but once we get on the highway, we should be able to make some pretty decent time on getting to it and go there. But yeah, so this is our second accident of the day we're going to. Kind of just running today. We've been having a slow couple days and haven't had a lot on our social media and haven't had a lot to shoot. And we were working a lot of overtime on a full-time job, so everything was coming in and it wasn't being very cooperative. Everything was coming in while we were at our full-time job. We had some shooters that shoot for us that went out and covered some stuff. You know, I thank them a lot. You know, our crew members that work with us, I thank them a lot because sometimes, you know, honest to God, I wouldn't be able to keep this going if it wasn't for them sometimes, because those guys, they really fill in for me when I can't get the stuff. But yeah, I mean, but now we're going to our second crash of the day. Like I said, once we get up on the highway here, we'll make some time, get moving a little bit here, and go get this accident. But yeah, like I said, we titled this "The Wait," and usually we're waiting. You know, usually things don't come in very often. I mean, they come in, but we're not in a high volume area. We're not in Philly where they're getting stuff every bit of time. We're not in, you know, out west where they're constantly running and gunning. We love the run and gun. I'd love to do run and gun if I can, like today. Like today's gonna be a good day here if keeps going like this. But yeah, it's not, you know, we're not in a high volume area. Now they're asking EMS to expedite for this crash we're going to. So obviously it sounds pretty bad. It sounds pretty serious. So we're gonna get moving here. We're up on the highway here, so it's gonna take us about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get there. It took us about 18 minutes to get to the last one. We made pretty good time on that, so you know we should be able to do the same here. But yeah, it's just you know, you gotta just go with it, and you know, you get the stuff when you can. If you can get the stuff, great. If you can't, great. You know, I don't sweat it. But I do want to get some stuff on my social media postings, because they've been kind of low, and social media page hurts a little bit. And you're sharing other people's stuff, they don't come to you, they go to the other person. And everybody knows who our other people are, so they're going to go to them to check out, because we're posting one photo from that person. You go to their page, they're posting 4, 5, 6. So that's what people want to see. And, you know, and they like seeing stuff from us that they don't see from other people. So they don't want to see the same stuff, they want to see different stuff. So, you know, that's where we stand here. We're going to go along with it here, and, you know, kind of move it, and then get what we can, and go from there. But yeah, it's waiting sometimes it's not always a pleasant thing. It really isn't. You know, sometimes, like I said, I try not to stress it too much. Sometimes I do stress it because, you know, it is an income, it is a business, you know, it is something I'm trying to keep going here, and, you know, and got a little bit of competition. I wouldn't call them too much competition. Usually when I show up and they show up, my shit looks a lot better than theirs, but unfortunately it's getting to places that's, you know, getting there quicker sometimes is the competition. It's not so much who shoots better always in this area, it's who gets there first. That's the shitty part. But, you know.
1784, place of EMS 27, committed fire alarm activation. For water flow activation.
But yeah, so that's where we sit, that's where we stand. We're on our way to this crash.
On tax-free 1146 hours.
Probably bring you back once we get down there. I'm going to get going here so I can just concentrate on driving and focus on what I got to do and get there safely. So, we'll bring us back. Alright, we're getting close to this crash. There's a cemetery up here. We're going to get into the cemetery, and once we get in the cemetery, we should be able to get to this crash real easy through the cemetery here. That's the way we're going. All right, we're on scene. We're going up there now. gonna take me a minute here. I gotta walk across this field here, but we're here. We're gonna get up here. We're gonna get this shot, and hopefully get this one sold too. Sounds like we're going to. This shouldn't be an issue getting this one sold. Sounds pretty serious. We're gonna stay back out of the way.
Follow up at 2901 Emerald Ward.
2901 Emerald Ward on follow-up.
Legends of golf telemetry, the icons you grew up cheering for, the greats who define generations, and a PGA Tour Champions Field right here in the
9055.
close access,
Correct, court.
and tickets that are selling faster than ever. Don't miss your chance to witness greatness and
Fire, please. 33,
Hey, it's Mike. Hello?
Fire, police officer in charge of the incident at airport.
Hang on a second. Can you hear me?
What channel?
Barely.
All right. It's Mike. I'm following up with this crash that I just got sanctions for airport and race.
Hold on one sec.
Yeah, no problem.
Interested if everyone can switch to Northampton County, talk around one.
Hello?
Hey. Hello?
Hey, Mike, it's Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Hello, Mike.
Yeah. Can you hear
How you
me?
doing?
Not bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm calling about the email I sent for this Hanover Township crash, airport and race.
Airport race. Okay. Let me check with the desk.
Yeah. I got the extra. I got the. Just so you know, I got the extrication. Got them pulling the person out. Not looking good. Definitely critical to the hospital. It's a head-on with a tractor trailer.
Okay. All right, let me check with the desk. We'll get right back to you.
All right, no problem. Let me know.
Okay, all right, thanks.
See you.
All right, bye.
All right, folks. Done with that. I got that crash. Video's edited up. I'm getting ready to send it to the media right now, to our media partners right now. So yeah, back to waiting, as we titled the this episode is the wait. Haven't really had to wait all that much, but we're back to waiting now. Two Wawas, 2 incidences. Now we're trying the sheets out here. We stopped the sheets over not too far from that crash scene. We're just finishing up sending the video right now to our media partners for that last crash. And then once we get this sent, we're going to just relax relax and wait to see if anything else comes in. So that's the key there. Give me 1 second here, folks. I'm not seeing the... I don't think it transferred over. Hang on, I gotta transfer it over to my phone here still. There we go. Now it's transferring. So I transfer. We stopped the sheets, so we got we got one of Sheets' flat pizzas here. So we're getting some lunch. It's a day on the road. Just a day on the road. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We sitting, we waiting, listening, monitoring the radios. We got both our scanners going. And just kind of waiting it out here to see what happens and go from there. So not a lot really to talk about right now. We're gonna be moving probably from this spot to another spot in like a half hour or so, and then once we do that, gotta pick up our son at some point, move him along to where he needs to be, and then yeah. But this is it, though. Is what we're doing right now, and I said this is titled The Wait. So now it's time to actually wait here. So we're actually in a wait mode while we're sending video. So, and I don't think that was the right thing to send.
Alright, transfer command to Fire Police 1033. All the Fire Police units that are on the cars will remain until further notice.
There's the video clip. I sent them a still photo by accident. Alright, it's transferring now. Transferring the right thing. They got a picture first. But yeah, so just gotta wait it out at this point, enjoy some pizza, have a cold drink, cool off a little bit because it's getting warm out today, and then go from there. I think our buddy from News Working, Bill's gonna be swinging over, also one of our contributors. He'll be swinging over here in a little bit. He's gonna stop in and say hi. He was over at the crash also. He's gotta do some running around. He's gotta swing by the area, so you stop in real quick. But yeah, it's just at this point, just kind of waiting it out. It's a waiting game now. Back to the waiting game. See what else comes in. See what other news we go shoot. So, bring you back. All right, we're back on the move here. So we're sitting in the Sheets parking lot here for a little bit, enjoying like I said, we had one of our flat pizzas. Our flat pizzas are really good, actually. If you never had one, you got to try it. They're pretty good. So anyway, we are back on the move. We are heading. We're heading back up to where we actually started our day out, and going to hang out there for a little bit longer before I got to pick up my kid and take him back from job one to job 2. Probably one of the harder working teenagers I know. But yeah, and then we're gonna do that and see what else happens today. I mean, like I said, today's been, for doing an episode on waiting, today's been kind of busier than usual. And usually we're waiting a lot more than this. But yeah. So we're gonna get on the move here and then pick these back up at some point. Either we're going to something else or we're closing things out, or whatever we're gonna do. We're gonna do a recap of our day. But as always, you guys are watching these videos and you're watching some of the stuff we're doing and how we're covering news and stuff like that. You ever got any questions? Feel free to ask. I'll answer just about anything. I got nothing to hide. People want to know what we do. As I tried to start doing these behind the scenes to kind of get it out there and show what we do, and how some days we're out running news and some days we're not doing anything, and then You know, I'm not obviously not going to do a behind the scenes of episode doing absolutely nothing. Although that was the kind of the basis of today with you know, the fact that there are days that we have to just wait for stuff to come in, and that's what I wanted to show you guys, like how we are just waiting for stuff to come in, and we're listening to the radios, and we're just, you know, spending the day somewhere just waiting. And today we're more hustling. But hey, you know, I'll take it any day, you know. So, but okay, we're on the move here. We're heading back to, like I said, we're heading back to where we started our day off at. Chill out there for a little while, and then go from there. So, catch us back in a little while.
Airport Road South, close to Uniterville, Ray Street, close to Old Road, County Drive, for PNC, and please enter remain on.
Alright, so we're at where we're waiting, and we got our spot here, and so we're just kind of chilling out. We just got here. Got a little more time before my kid's done. You got to pick him up. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time outside of the vehicle, stretch my legs out some, put the gear away. Well, yeah. So 2 serious crashes so far. Getting word that there's another crash. Putting some gear away. Getting word that there's another crash in Allentown that might be pretty serious, but from where we're at compared to where that is, we're not going to go to it. And they're dispatching additional resources. Sounds like medic units to it, and they're only saying with injuries. They're not saying with rescue. So it can't be. I mean, it can be, but I mean, I doubt it's gonna be that bad if there's no rescue. So we're just working on putting some of the equipment away from earlier, and relaxing. You know, it's relaxing for a little bit and chilling out and whatnot. But yeah. So those 2 crashes today, though, that's, you know, again, we haven't done a lot. We have been kind of busy with work, our regular full-time job and stuff, like we said earlier, and so we haven't been able to get a lot. So getting these out for the social media postings and stuff like that, that's going to help us a little bit there, getting our socials back in line and getting some stuff posted. And obviously we can do a behind the scenes here. And yeah, that's where we sit. So at this point we're going to kind of relax. We're going to sit back and get out of the car for a little bit, because we've been sitting in the car all day waiting for stuff to happen. So we're going to get out of the car for a little bit. We're going to sit we got a nice little, our lounge chair here. We're going to sit in our lounge chair, and we're just going to chill. And yeah, kind of hang out for the day and, you know, get relax and, you know, wait for something else to come in. Obviously something comes in where we're at down this area, we're going to jump on it. But yeah, until then, it's just chill time to chill. But yeah, 2 things today so far. Like I said, sit and wait. We're at the point where we're sitting and waiting. Yeah, we're sitting and waiting now. So at this point, we're just going to kind of kick back, relax, wait until I go do some other stuff, and then move along to the next thing happens. So we'll bring you back.
To respond 1453.
Bar 20 crews, launch on the 5th floor.
Part of the waiting game. Gotta get gas. Alright, still waiting. Waiting for something else to come in. Got gas. Got a drink. Now we're gonna go. I gotta go run some errands for the house while not doing anything else while we're waiting for more stuff to come in. So yeah, but this is about what it is. You know, again, that's why we said this episode's gonna be about waiting. You know, you gotta wait for the stuff to come in. Yeah, we got Bam Bam, a couple things early in the day, but the rest of the day is it's slowed down. And you know, there was another crash again we didn't go to, and there was 2 other crashes actually that we didn't go to because we got back up to where we were, and I had to wait to pick up my son, and the timing wasn't there. One, our buddy Bill from Newsworking went to. That was bad motorcycle crash in Allentown. And then there was a rollover rescue that neither one of us went to. But he was busy covering the one thing, and I was, again, waiting for my kid to pick up my kid. So, yeah, it is what it is. We're going to miss stuff. You know, I can't get everything. But, you know, again, like this was said, this is about the wait. So, but while we're waiting, new Philly Fanatic menu hit at Wawa. Philly Fanatic smoothie. Caramel smoothie. Good smoothie. So, but get the Fanatics face on it. Continue to wait. Chilling at home. Still waiting. All right, folks. Not waiting anymore. We're going out to a crash up on another crash on I-78, this time in Berks County. Just drove through some heavy rain. Back to where we are. We're heading out to Berks County for a crash on I-78, track trailer rollover down an embankment. I don't know how serious injuries are, but it sounds like they got the highway shut down and it's pretty much making a mess. So we're heading out there now. Map directions tell us about 20 minutes till we get on scene. We'll see if we can make that a little quicker. We know we're going to hit traffic at some point, so you know we're just gonna. It is what it is here. We're just going to get moving and do what we can. But yeah, we're on the way out to Berks County for a pretty decent. It sounds like a pretty serious. At least as far as, you know, highway closures and stuff like that, pretty serious crash up on I-78 here. So as soon as we know more, we'll get it to you. But we're gonna drive here and then get out there, and then we'll bring you more from the scene. All right, we're a couple minutes away from the
stop sign,
where we
right
picked for a launch point. Keep saying the word wait today, right? Yeah, well, we're gonna be waiting a little bit longer once we get here. We're gonna probably have to wait for some of this rain to kick out here because we got some rain in the area here, and I need it to kick out before I can launch the drone. Good part news is I keep heading closer and closer to the sun, to where there's no clouds anymore, and hopefully not raining anymore. But can't launch with heavy rain, and like I said, we're about 4 minutes from the launch point that we put on the map, so we should be there soon. But again, we need this rain to be out of here. That's going to be the key at this point. So get to the launch point and no more rain. That's what we need at this point right now. So I knew there was rain down here when I left for it, but I was kind of hoping it would have been out of here before I got here. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to get it. We're going to get this. It's just a case of, you know, we might have to wait a little bit for it. But we'll see. Once we get on scene, we'll get the drone up, and then we'll bring you some drone shots from this, and once we can get it up in the air from the weather, and go from there. So
in half a mile, turn right onto Pond Drive.
Almost to where we need to be. I'm not sure the road I want to turn onto. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get down that road, but I think that's where the truck is. I think that's where it went off. It went off a bridge. Something went off a bridge down here. Supposedly down the embankment or off a bridge. And I have a feeling, I thought somebody said it may have been near DePond Road Bridge. So if that's the case, we ain't gonna
Turn right onto Pond
we're not gonna
Drive.
get down Pond Drive, but it looks like it's open. I don't see anything, so it looks like we're open. Well, that sure was interesting to shoot. It was off the road, way off the road. I mean, it said it was off the road, but it was off the road, down an embankment, definitely down an embankment, in the trees. You could barely make out the truck, what was left of it. The tow agency was down there. It was a private road to get access to where the tow agency was. So like shooting it, the rain cleared out perfectly. The rain cleared out perfectly fine. But yeah, it was, needless to say, a hot mess to shoot the scene. And then, didn't get, I got the best we could. Did a little bit of fancy flying, dropped the altitude some, try to get the right angle to really be able to see it to where it was. So, but we got it. We'll see if we sell it. The highway was reopened by the time we got here. So it was supposed to be closed in all directions. It was reopened by the time we got here. And then all the equipment that was, fire equipment was on that private road, and they all cleared out as we pulled up, so as we got the drone over top. So I was like, okay, whatever. So yeah, it is what it is there. But yeah, you can see here, you can see the shots. It was interesting trying to fly that to get the right shots, and there was definitely an adventure. But we got it, so we're gonna we're heading out of here. We're gonna head home, and then see what the rest of the night brings. All right, well, folks, that's gonna be it for this episode. 3 crashes today. Did some waiting, did some not waiting, but you kind of get the gist of what it's like out there on the day that it's
You should have a factor up.
supposed to be. Didn't think it was gonna be busy. It ended up being busier than I thought. So, getting the last bit of video edited and over to our media partners.
We have a fire this one,
And,
55 Country Top Trail for a kitten that's stuck far up in a tree.
Yeah, that's gonna be that though. So, till next time, we'll catch you later behind the scenes.